I'll give the backstory of how we got here. So we started the company back in 2015, primarily e-commerce, online. We had a couple stores find us, want to carry us, reached out. So they said, hey, can we carry your product in our stores? Great. We started doing wholesale. Started doing more and more wholesale, got into some larger accounts like Below the Belts, Marks, Sporting Life. We sell on the airport and a couple other ones. And so that became a pretty big part of our business. So 2020, fast forward, 65% of our revenue is wholesale, selling into stores. Great little business. Obviously with COVID, all the doors closed. Retail stopped ordering. We lost 65% of our revenue overnight. So pretty quickly had to figure out what we were going to do. And we went back to some of the things that we'd said no to in the past. And so we would always have customers reaching out to us saying, hey, can I put my logo on your shirts? And we're like, no, we're a retail brand. You know, we don't really do that. That's not our thing. Sorry, we'll pass. And then obviously when you lose most of your revenue, you have to go back to some of the things you said no to in the past. And so restarted some of those conversations and say, hey, remember that time you reached out and wanted to, hey, do you still want to? And they're like, yeah, great. I'd love to. So we're like, fantastic. So we did a couple of those, did a couple more. And then 6 months later, Shaw Business launched their Shaw Mobile, and we ended up getting a local laundry made in Canada garment on every single Shaw employee in Canada. Wow. So bit of a light bulb moment that we're missing out on a pretty big opportunity here. And, you know, fast forward now, that's about 75% of our revenue is custom. And so I think a couple things that have happened, but we've sort of noticed, I mean, that local trend has spilled over to business. Businesses now want to have more local options, and they want to print their merch on companies and products that more align with their values. We're seeing that industry change, right? No longer do they just want that cheap $2 t-shirt that's going to be worn once and then thrown out. Right. I think not only do companies have a responsibility within all their supply chain to be thinking a little bit more responsibly, but also their employees, right? Their employees or their customers, they don't want to be wearing these things. They just end up in their pajama drawer. So by being able to print on something that's local, that's made in Canada, that has a charitable component, and that's really high quality, they've noticed that their employees or whoever they give them to, their customers, are wearing them a lot more. And so it becomes a much better piece for that company from a branding perspective because their logo's being seen more. Their employees are super happy with the quality, and it's actually something that they want to wear. And it just goes back to how that relationship is. And the employees see that, well, the company actually values us a little bit more because, you know, we're not just getting cheap crap that we're not going to wear. And so, yes, that customization has become a very big part of our business. And in fact, that's kind of the primary engine for growth. So we won't do all the way down to like creating a spec garment for you unless we're talking about, you know, a huge order of 1,000 pieces, right? We've talked to, we're working with a hotel that's opening in Calgary, and they, I don't know if it's Calgary, but a hotel that's opening, and they're looking for some made in Canada bathrobes. So that's one where it's, you know, it's an interesting project. We're actually going down the route of creating our own kind of tech pack and producing it for them. But yeah, just kind of depends on the product. Most of it is, here's our, you know, signature black bamboo crew neck, very soft, very high quality. We have them in stock. We'll print your logo on it, and, you know, that's the order. But we can do some pretty neat customization stuff.
That's cool.